Bubble up, cosmic explorers. We're diving deep into the astrological currents, specifically February 23rd, 2025.
Ooh, sounds exciting.
It is, especially with this particular daily horoscope from Tarot by High C. This isn't your typical day in the cosmos. We've got Mars going direct in Cancer, Mercury trine Mars, and some lunar aspects that, well, might make things interesting.
Oh, sounds like we're in for a ride.
Definitely. But let's start with the good stuff. The overall vibe is moving forward is possible, especially with bold ideas and decisive action.
That's right, no wallflowering today. This energy is all about taking charge, making things happen.
And I feel like there's always but with astrology, the source also mentions that things may not be as smooth or logical as we'd like.
Right, it's sort of like you're ready to sprint, but you're on a winding path.
Ah, I see. So how should our listeners prepare for this kind of energy? It's like go, 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 but also watch out.
Yeah, exactly. Think adaptability, being ready to shift gears quickly, embrace those unexpected detours, and handle those curveballs with grace.
Okay, so let's say someone's been putting off a tough conversation, something that's been brewing. Should they use this Mars energy and just go for it, even if things might get a bit bumpy?
Honestly, yeah, I think so. This Mars direct energy can really help you push past those hesitations and finally address the issue.
But how do they do that without, like, causing a cosmic explosion?
The key is to stay flexible, like water, be open to navigating those emotional currents. It might not go exactly as planned.
Oh, good point. So it's more about starting the conversation than having it go perfectly. And speaking of emotions, let's talk about the morning. We start the day with a Capricorn Moon squaring Venus. Now, for those of us who aren't fluent in astrospeak, what does that actually mean? Like, should we brace ourselves for a coffee spill or a traffic jam?
It's less about external events and more about that internal landscape.
Oh, okay.
This aspect can really highlight the tension between what we want to do and what we feel like we should do. That internal tug of war.
Yeah, like when you need to work on that project, but you just want to binge watch that new show everyone's talking about.
Precisely. And this can also play out in our relationships.
Oh, interesting. So if our listener wakes up feeling a little off-kilter, the source recommends allowing time for soothing those ruffled feathers. Any practical tips for doing that?
It's about finding a balance, honoring your needs and commitments. Maybe start your day with a calming meditation, a walk in nature, or a heartfelt conversation with a loved one. Just find that sweet spot that works for you.
Love that balance is key. Now, as we move into the evening, things get a little, shall we say, energized with the Capricorn Moon opposite Mars. I'm sensing some friction here.
Yeah, you're right on the money. This aspect, coupled with Mars going direct in Cancer, can create a sort of push-pull dynamic.
Oh, I see. So we have all this energy to move forward, but there might be roadblocks popping up left and right.
Exactly. You might feel this urge to charge ahead with all your might, but the path forward may not be as clear as you'd like. Obstacles, delays, maybe even a little emotional drama.
So how do we navigate this cosmic obstacle course? I mean, the source advises staying grounded, patient, and pragmatic. But what does that actually look like in practice?
Well, think of it like this. Imagine a tree with deep roots. No matter how strong the wind blows, it remains anchored. That's what staying grounded means, tapping into your inner strength, not letting external circumstances sway you too much.
I love that analogy. So it's about resilience, weathering those storms.
Absolutely. And patience, well, that's about understanding that not everything unfolds on our preferred timeline. Things may take a little longer than expected.
Okay, so we're being patient, but we're also being proactive, right? That's where the pragmatism comes in.
Exactly. It's about making those clear-headed decisions, not getting swept away by the emotional tide, and focusing on what you can control.
Makes sense. And all this is happening while Mars finally goes direct in Cancer. I mean, we've been dealing with Mars retrograde for a while now, so this has to feel like a huge shift, right?
It is. Imagine a weight being lifted. Projects that have felt stuck finally start to move forward. You feel this renewed sense of purpose and direction, especially in areas related to home, family, and emotional well-being.
So it's not just about external action, but also a kind of internal awakening.
Exactly. It's about tapping into your emotional core, using those feelings as fuel for your goals. It's that beautiful blend of passion and purpose.
Now, this isn't just a one-day event, right? This Mars direct transit lasts from February 23rd to April 17th. The source even mentions specific degrees, 15 to 19 degrees, of the cardinal signs being most affected.
Right. If you have planets or significant points in your birth chart around those degrees, this Mars direct transit might feel extra potent. You might see more shifts and breakthroughs in those areas of your life.
So to clarify for our listeners who may not be familiar with the term cardinal signs, what are those again?
The cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. They are the initiators of the zodiac, the ones who like to kickstart things, take charge, and get things moving. So if you have any planets in those signs around those degrees, expect some powerful energy to flow through those areas.
Now, in the midst of all this Mars energy, we also have Mercury forming a trine with Mars. This sounds like a much-needed dose of harmony, especially when it comes to communication.
It is. Mercury trine Mars is like having a silver tongue. You can express yourself with clarity, conviction, and even a bit of charm.
Oh, I like that. So it's not just about being assertive, but also being persuasive and understanding.
Absolutely. This aspect amplifies our emotional intelligence and intuition, helping us communicate in a way that's both powerful and compassionate. It's a great time to have those heart-to-heart conversations, to mend fences, or to simply express yourself with authenticity.
So for our listener who's maybe been putting off that tough conversation, this Mercury-Mars trine could be their secret weapon.
Right. They might find the words come more easily, or that they can express their feelings with more confidence and clarity.
Wow, this is a lot to unpack. To recap for our listeners, February 23rd is looking like a day of intense energy, bold moves, potential breakthroughs, and maybe even some emotionally charged encounters.
It's a powerful day, that's for sure. But remember, it's all about harnessing that energy in a way that feels aligned with your highest self.
So as our listeners navigate this cosmic playground, here's a final thought. How can you use this unique astrological energy to not only achieve your goals, but also deepen your understanding of yourself and your relationships?
That's a great question to ponder.
It is, and who knows what kind of magic might unfold when we align ourselves with the stars.
The possibilities are endless.
Until next time, happy stargazing.
See you in the cosmos.